Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. Today, episode 1, the first proper episode of The Rambler, my journeywoman save, where, as you can see, episode 1, the revolution begins, which, if you know your teams, may give you an idea of where we're going. Let's do the big reveal. It is the New England Revolution! Woohoo! Because why not? Let's see, I had a list of the teams that offered me jobs here. I had New England, obviously, one of the Hapoel in Israel, I can't remember, it wasn't one of the big ones, Blau-Weiß Linz from Austria, Mthatha Bucks from South Africa, ASA in Brazil, I don't know who that is, and Richards Bay, also in South Africa. Now, really, the salaries that they were offering, basically, New England offered me 3 times the best salary that I got from anybody else. So, really no question as to which one I would take in reality, so MLS it is. So we are the New England Revolution. And let's get over to the team so you can have a look at it. I'm going to just let me just see here. I want to add in a column here, contract, no, squad, no, squad status, maybe, no, transfer, squad status, that's what I want. Okay, so as you can see, let's start at the goalkeeper. We have Brad Knighton as our goalkeeper. He's been by far the majority of the time. Brad's 32 years old, not a great talent. Some reasonable numbers. His agility is a little lower than I would like. His positioning is a little weak. And given that he really likes to be a sweeper keeper on attack, his rushing out is only 10. His pace is only 9. It's a little bit, dubious here. His passing is only 5. And his first touch 10. However, his kicking is quite good. So hopefully he'll be able to do it as a sweeper keeper. We have also our best player, Claude Dielna, a French centre-back, is injured, is on our season-ending injury list. He's got a broken leg and will be out for 5 to 7 months. So that's not so good. But we do have 2 reasonably good replacements. Benjamin Angua from Ivory Coast is also a very good centre-back. And Antonio de la Mea Milenar, who is, again, a reasonably good centre-back, a little slower than I like my centre-backs to be, but he'll do. We've got a couple of backups on the bench. Our captain is Chris Tierney, who's complaining that he didn't get enough playing time from the previous manager. Now, I don't understand how that can be, because he's our only left back. And he's the captain, and he's a first-team player, and I just don't understand how, if he's been getting 17 games, everybody else, even the goalie's only got 19, how is he not getting enough games? I don't understand. Anyway, that's why he's peeved with me. Andrew Farrell will play on the right back. We've got Javon Watson, who is able to play on either side, but he is 33, and he's not really as quick as he might have been. We have... I guess we should quickly look at the tactics as well that we're going to use, because it's determined by the team. Really, as I looked at the team, this is what I came up with that would fit the talents that we have. Decent partnership, that's good. So, as you've seen, there's the 4 across the back. We have Coffey and Caldwell at defensive midfielder here. Gershon Coffey, you may know from my Canada series. He's somebody that we brought into the Canada squad when he was playing for Montreal Impact. So very nice there for us. That worked out well. But here he is back in this game. We have Kellen Rowe, a current U.S. men's national international, playing as a roaming playmaker. Agudelo on the right, Nemeth on the left, and Kamara up front. Now, Agudelo is a pretty decent right winger. He's not super, he can't cross the ball to save his life, but otherwise he's reasonably good. Nemeth is quite a good left-sider. I'm quite happy with him. He's going to be quite useful. So, Rowe, let's just have a quick peek at Rowe. The reason that I picked him as my roaming playmaker, vision of 14, flair of 14, first touch 14, long shot 16, free kick taking, corners. He does a whole bunch of things for us, so he's definitely going to get to play regularly. Now, what we do have in the squad that is a bit of a problem, as you'll notice, and this is why I wanted to put the squad status in here, is that we only have 2 strikers at the club, 2 proper strikers. Now, we've got all these other guys who can play secondarily to striker, but we only have the 2 actual out-and-out strikers, and they're both marked as backups, because neither of them is what you might call very good. He's got a little pace, he can finish, and so on, but he's not really doing much. As you can see, he's only played 2 games with a reasonable thing, and this guy's even listed, so it's really quite hopeless in that sense. So we're going to have to play somebody out of position at striker. This guy is at least an experienced striker by media description, so that's something for us. He's not the fastest, but he does have nice flair, great jumping reach and heading, so we're going to be putting in crosses to him, I hope. But hopefully not from the right side, because Agudelo just can't cross very well. And actually neither can Nemeth, so maybe neither of them can really cross very well. What can I do? It's not a bad team. I haven't been able to figure out where to fit in Wen Lee, which is a shame because he's a really good player and can do a lot of really useful things, and I definitely will be finding a home for him somewhere in the team. But he's not a super striker. He's okay, but he's not really comfortable there. He's much more of a midfield playmaker. Unfortunately, he doesn't really feel very comfortable playing in center midfield, as you can see, and that's why he's not currently in the lineup for this particular friendly that we've got today. Let me see, I had notes here. Where's the notes? Oh yes, let's have a quick peek at the league. This is Major League Soccer, so things are a little weird, as they often are in Major League Soccer. This is the Eastern Conference. We are sitting 4th, which is not too bad at all. Well into the playoff spot, so that's good. But not, impossibly far out of the playoff spots either. I mean, we were only 5 points ahead of the Columbus Crew. So that's a little, worrisome. I don't know if it's possible to change to the... I don't know how you can get to look at the supporters' shield. I'm not sure. I don't see how to find it, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not really worried about the supporters' shield. What we want is the MLS Cup. So we are already out of the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. We lost to the Red Bulls 3-1. And as you can see, we've got about half the season to run. We're going to be playing Deportes Tolima in a friendly today in this episode. And then we will move on in the next episode to play LA Galaxy and Philadelphia. LA Galaxy is one of our rivals, so that should be fun. We have actually not too many rival games left. Chicago Fire is our intense rival. I'm probably going to skip over that game just because it's a little too close to the LA Galaxy and Philadelphia games. DC United is another rival, and that is the last time we face a rival in the season. The other rivals that we have are Red Bulls. And I think that was it. I think that's all of them. Yes. So... we won't have any more rival games except the DC United game, which is definitely on my list as one of the games we'll play later on. I expect we'll come back for DC United and Orlando City in episode 3. But that should do it for that. Let me just check my list and see if there's anything else. Team, friendly match. Nope, that's it. Let's go. Alright, you've seen the team already. We know what it is. We've seen how we're lining up. This is my New England Revolution 4-3-3. I've still got my 4-2-4 DM wide if in the background if I need it, but it would need 2 strikers, and we're already having enough trouble coming up with 1. We are in the middle of a transfer window, I believe. Let's just quickly take a look at that. I believe we're in a transfer window. This is just nuts with how many... so many silly rules. Transfer window. Monday, July 10th to Wednesday, August 9th. Foreign transfers only. Now, I don't know how many designated players I'm allowed. I don't know where to find that out. But I will find it out after this game and figure out whether or not I'm going to be able to try and bring in a striker from somewhere. We do have a little bit of money in the kitty, but not much. 380,000. I could shift some money from the wage budget over as well. But we'll have to see how that goes. So, I guess there's not much else to do, but let's get into the game and see how we do. Deportes de Tolima is a Colombian team. Come on. Why are you taking so long? Why are you taking so long? Come on. Come on. Wow, this is taking a long time. Why is this taking so long? I'm going to have to cut this. What a pain in the butt. Okay, so yeah, no match odds because they don't have recent form and all the rest of it, but we'll go through and see what we figure out. Submit team. Oh my poor laptop is chugging. I think I'm going to have to do a lot of editing in this series. I have every league loaded, so it's definitely putting the boots to my poor little laptop here. But if you want me to have a faster machine, well, support me on Patreon. And well, first things first, we're going to be getting a green screen fairly soon, which should be fairly nice. Just that little extra touch of professionalism, which is something we always like to have. Speaking of professionalism, I actually remembered to turn off my phone today. Hooray! Dressing room. Oh, I'm going to be having to put so many cuts in this. What a pain. Go out and enjoy the match. No, win yourself a place in the side for competitive matches. Nobody cares. That's fine. Let's go to kickoff and see how we do. I hope it's not going to be too laggy for you. I've got the graphics turned down as much as I can and still have it look reasonably decent. Looks like it's going awfully slowly. Let's just quickly check on this. And yes, that's the problem. Let's turn those up a little bit and see if it can go a little faster. Let's retain possession. That works. So far, a dismal game. Hey, we got a shot on net. Gershon Coffey had a shot saved. Up and over. Amut heads back to pick it up for Tolima. Can't see the names. Vasquez. O'Brien. Rivas. Rodriguez is taken down for a penalty. That's not very helpful. Who steps up to take it? Rivas. Oh, he came so close to getting that, keeper. Nice try. Oh well, 1-0. Oh, that's disappointing. We're on standard. I think I'm going to bump it up to control for a start and see how that goes. Sorry about that. Just did a little itchy there. And Tolima brings it down again. O'Brien. Ocampo. Out for Vasquez. And another penalty. And it's the same guy, Angua. Oh my goodness. I gotta check on him. He's got to have a shocking rating at this point. Oh, another one where he came close. Rivas with his second goal. Okay, yep, 4.8. I think we can say that Angua is going to come off at half-time. Poor fella. He's having a real struggle. Alright, that was really disappointing. Be a little assertive. Show some competitiveness. And tactics. Let's give Angua a break. And this fella can come on. I don't know if he's any good, but let's find out. That's what friendlies are for, right? And no, I have no idea why we have a friendly in the middle of the season. Doesn't make any sense to me, but there it is. Maybe it's the All-Star weekend and we're just filling it in. I don't know. MLS is such a weird league. And I mean, I live in Canada. I support TFC to some extent, and it's still a weird league. It's a weird league with a lot of arcane rules. Unfortunately, the league is set up in the way all American leagues, sports leagues are, with mediocrity rewarded and excellence punished. As in, when we get to the college draft or the super draft later on, the worst team gets the first pick and the best team gets the last pick. Which, seems normal when you're from North America and that's how they do it in all the leagues, but when you're used to world football, it's a little bizarre. There's no promotion, no relegation, and, yeah. Kamara manages to pot one for us, that's nice. Let's see about changing some things up now. Callan Rowe. There was somebody else I wanted to try in here. Was it Nguyen Lee, right? There he is. Does not like the roaming playmaker role. We'll give him advanced on attack. Agudelo is not having a great game. Let's have Fagundes. And another center back not having a great game. Not much I can do about that. Right back here. No, Woodbury is the better. That'll do it for now. Let's see what we get. We've come back to 2-1. That's something. Taken off most of the players who were struggling the most. I haven't taken Tierney off because I don't really have a great replacement right-left back at the moment. It's certainly an area that I'm looking at. Well wide by Fagundes. I'm coming on though. They were well ahead of us in shots and now we're catching up. Winley, Kamara, Fagundes. Can he find someone? He does. And it's in. Nemeth, the Hungarian. Fagundes, the architect. Very nicely done. 2-2. We've had 5 half chances. That's not bad. Kamara with the through ball. Fagundes with the cross. Nemeth with the finish. That's a nice one. How are we doing? Maybe I'll see if Tierney can come off. I think I have one left back. don't I? Yes, Watson can play there. And who? Let's try Bunbury up front. I don't know what he likes to play. Oh, apparently he's happy with target man 2. So let's do that. Kamara has played reasonably well. Hasn't got a goal, but he's played reasonably well. Fagundes, Winley. Fagundes again. Gets to the byline and crosses. Too deep. Nemeth tracks it down. Coffee. Turns it up again. Winley. Kamara with the goal. And we are up 3-2. Oh, Kamara did get a goal. Sorry, I missed that. That's right, he got the first goal. Now he's got a second. Well, that's a good sign. I like that in a striker. I'm still going to take him off, because whether he gets a hat-trick in a friendly is really not that important to me, but getting a chance to see all the players is. So let's see them. Watson throws in. Oh, Winley loses the ball. Cordoba. Ocampo. Villa. Arboleda. Headed away by Smith. Ocampo. Arboleda. Oh, no, they missed. Villa missed. Wow, that was close. But it looks like we've got a shot at winning this game. Why are they making... They can make so many changes. I thought we only had 6. Is that only international friendlies? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Game is over now anyway. And look at that. We've got our first win with the New England Revolution. So there we go. How is that for a start? Let the team know we appreciate the effort. It's a good win. And over to assistant, end team talk, leave match. I know I don't have to hit end team talk. I'm just in the habit now, so I'm doing it. New England come from behind to win. So there we go. All right. I think that's a really positive start. I think we'll leave it there. Let me just flick back over here and do that. And then that. Oh, let's try that again. Nope, I guess we're not having any music this time. All right. Well, I want to say thank you very much for your time. I'd like to ask that if you have enjoyed the video, you hit like, maybe hit subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe support me on Patreon if that's your thing. The idea behind Patreon is to get myself enough money to be able to do things like adding the green screen that I'm going to be adding shortly, and upgrading equipment, adding lights for the green screen, things like that. Just basically improvements for the channel. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a great day, and take care.